if the cells change and can be detected through the mammogram, so they can be treated in an early stage. So maybe a woman do not need to have a mastectomy, that is the total removal of the breast. I have an aunt, she had just part of her breast removed. Was not necessary to remove all the breast. So the medicine is so advanced nowadays. We have such a huge amount of research around cancer.
Big business.
Yes, well, we live in a capitalism society.
Drug. They're using that drug. They are big business.
We, fortunately or unfortunately, I'm not here to advocate around against or in favor. We live in a capitalism country.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
at least you admit it.
So, yes. So,
Culture people is not
even monograms causing cancer in very small percentage, but they do, because I know this a lot about this. Small amount, very small amount, but they do causing.
Yeah. Well, we can think about things that can cause cancer.
Well, talking about
dairy product.
X-ray.
It's got a lot of hormones causing cancer.
Well, actually, cancer is an imbalance of the quantity of hormones.
That's right.
Cancer relies there is an abnormal development of some cells caused by an imbalance in hormones. Okay? So, let's see if I cover. Okay. So, more or less, I cover the symptoms, where to look around. So, from here until here, all abnormalities you feel that is not normal for you, please don't be afraid to talk to a friend, to go to your GP. If you are over 70s, you are the right to assess mammograms. You will not be invited anymore, but you are entitled to have, okay? I'm here as well for another thing, because some specific groups, we see more barriers around some specific groups. So, for example, here in Brighton and Hove, we have some targets group that we want to get more close and see how they are engaging, what they need to engage better. So BME is a group that we think that could engage better with the mammograms. So in terms of statistics, the numbers of people that are residents and the numbers of people that are engaging, there is an imbalance. So what we can do better to make BME communities engage and have mammograms. Another, travelers or gypsies, they are not attending. First, because they are not a lot of time in one place. They moved a lot. Other, because they don't have, sometimes they do not register in a local GP. So this can be a barrier to take time, obviously take time. Another barrier could be language. I do not believe very much on this because I think this country offered opportunity. I'm not, my first language is not English, and I'm here to delivering a talk. So I even if it was a barrier for me, I tried to jump and went to learn. So there are some ways that we can sort it out this. For example, for the elderly people that do not want to go to school or are tired, they can lie, or someone of the family, children, adolescents, cousins. So someone can bring the information inside the house. So it's a way to tackle the barrier. Difficulty to reach the groups. I was frequenting the BME center for almost 1 year, coming to the events, attending events, until I got my opportunity and was invited to come and talk to you. So we need time people need to make their face known. We need to make ourselves reliable. Okay, I have been looking you are connecting with this place for quite a while, so I will give you the opportunity. So we need to be sensitive with this. People need time. People need check if you will be there, if you are there today, but if you'll be tomorrow. So we need to respect these particularities as well. Some strategies that we are applying now, for example, is try to connect better with PPG groups. Have you heard about PPG groups? It's patient participate group. Is a kind of a small commission inside the GP that lets the GP knows what the GP can do better. Okay? So we are liaising with the PPG groups and see how we can offer a better service, give more information to the population. Use partnership. We liaison with other associations that got good results acting together in small communities, and say, well, we did this and we had this result, so we try to do this as well. Share good practice and results. Participate in local forums. I myself took part in 2 health forums that were organized here. Delivery talks to the community. Train other people to spread information around. For example, I have been qualifying to deliver these talks. Now that's why I asked to register my presentation. Using interpreting services. I remember the previous time I was here, there was a delegation of Chinese lady, and I think the lady over there was the interpreter from there. So make people know that they have the right to have an interpreter if they go to a GP, or if they go to have a mammogram, or even if they assess different kinds of services. For example, health trainer, the other service I work for. So if they know what they can do, maybe they will engage more. So we have some statistics about being breast awareness. Who is less breast awareness? Do you have an idea? Well, basically was what I was talking previously. Women from BMA communities, because sometimes the language is a barrier, they do not have access, so they cannot know what they need to look in their bodies to be breast awareness. Travelers, particularly black women or South Asian women. Elderly women. Target women over 65, not being aware that aging is a factor. So this week I was talking to one of my clients, she's 83, and I said to her, do you remember when you had your last mammogram? And she said, oh, when I was 70. And then I said, do you know that you are entitled to have others? She said, no. And then I said, okay, even if you have 10 years gap, you would like to go? And she said, obviously I would like to go. Even if I have 83, if I discover something, I will be more likely to treat. So I said to her, do you have any support to make this call and set up an appointment? Otherwise I would do for her. And she said, no, I will talk to my daughter, just give me the number and I will book the appointment. So for us, in terms of service, I will put one more person that engaged with the service, one more person that will put down the risk to have something, okay? Women in social disadvantaged areas, for example, areas here detected in the last white paper as being Muscom and White Hawk. So we have lots of single moms that sometimes do not have access to the service. Not specifically breast cancer because we have this 50 to 70s, but learning disabilities. We are working with groups that have learning disabilities to try to sort it out a way to engage them, because they are also entitled to have breast screening. People that have problems with mobility, we try to sort it out. Or we can organize a bus to collect them and to drop them as well. Okay, so after doing that, I would like to ask you to play a game with me. So I will put this, I will draw this big tree here, and I will organize this game in two parts. First, I would give you these yellow leaves, and I will ask you to write a barrier that you think, that you believe that people have to assess the mammograms. You can write one word, you don't need to write a lot. So for you, or for experience, or for something that you know, what would be something that holds people between 50 and 70s or after 70s to keep going and assess the mammogram service? Could be everything. Do not need to be something that you identify for yourself. But if you had any conversation with someone and someone mentioned, oh, you know, I'm not going, I'm really scary. So fear could be a barrier to assess the service, and you can put just fear, okay? Anything do not need to be related to yourself, okay? Can be related to a member of your family, to a friend, to a conversation that you heard on the bus, something that is in the middle of the way to people assess the screening program. And if you can, please write for me in this piece of paper would be good. And then we will put, we will complete this tree. I will stick here. And we are almost there, will not take too much of your time. After that, I make another question. Please be participative, because it's important to take part. I believe in two things. Everybody has the right to make criticism. We are free, okay? And I also believe that we have the same right to make a criticism. I think we can be positive and we can give suggestions. So that's what I believe. Anyone else wants to give me? Thank you very much. Don't be shy, please. Okay. Do you have any doubt? Do you have any doubt to know, for example, if some people are excluded to attend breast screening?
A doctor will give them time to talk about it.
Yes, nowadays is a problem. Time is a problem in the GPs, isn't it? We are so pressed around do things in a rush, not just even to eat nowadays. We function in the automatic pilot.
It's always like that. It's always.
Yeah, well-being.
Always never have enough time because there's a hypocrisy. They don't have time because this way they have the time to give it to drugs.
Have you heard of Link? Link?
Yes. Yes.
I'm a Link volunteer.
Oh.
So I go around to the surgeries and ask the question, doctor, I ask them, do you give enough time for the well-being? I do ask them, yes.
Yeah, I think that if we express ourselves, I think is a good way. Everybody contribute. Don't be shy. I will read some answers. So disability is something that can be a barrier. Pain of the procedure and fear of the unknown. So in this case, for example, you can explore the fact that if one lady wants to go but it has fear, she can make the call and say, could I go just to see what I will need to do in my appointment? So if possible, they will book a time for her, show how the machine functions, what she needs to do, and this can make the person say, oh, okay, it's not so bad as I thought. So there is this possibility, okay, to check in. Lack of knowledge, time factor, people are too busy. They have alternative time. I think someone mentioned to me that the service is not 9 to 5. There is some flexibility, so that is good. Sometimes it's not possible. When I book something in my GP, I always try to book the first or the last appointment. That the first is 8, the last is 5:30. So obviously, more they are aware of people preference, they will try to open this. If nobody say, this time do not suit me, they will keep going. So if we express, they will start saying, well, actually 10 people called this month to make an appointment, and nobody did, because we are not offering possibilities enough. So we need to talk what we think, okay? Making time to go for, okay? Fear of the known, yes. Dementia. We are doing about these 2 points, dementia and disability. We are liaison as a team with the adult social care and try to see how we can interact with the carers, for example, or with the adult social care to make these people that are apart to have to be more included and to have the connection that they are entitled to. Unable to make the first step, yes, sometimes can be difficult. Informed choice is not available, yes. Or maybe we'll have such a huge amount of information. In Brighton, for example, sometimes you go to community center, but it's such a huge amount of leaflets, people don't know even what to take, okay? So it can be lack of information and huge amount of information as well sometimes. Okay, so we have here in this tree some barriers, okay, that can be decodified as risks, because if you have barriers and do not access, this can be transformed in risks, because if people do not access, they will not have the screening and can have the symptoms that are not properly diagnosed. So now, I would like to ask you, the green and new leaves, what would be a suggestion to tackle these barriers? What you would do? if you could. So, for example, when we say lack of time from the service, we could be extended time to receive people to do mammograms, more time to listen, longer appointments, things that would stimulate you or someone that you talk about recently and that complain about something and you said, well, yeah, actually, if they did this, I think I would be more likely to engage with. So please note the suggestions is really, really important. So now I will just I will give information. There are information in this.
Excuse me, is it you gave last time? Is it the same one?
No, there are different leaflets.
Oh, right.
So you can take and. If it's not pertinent for you, for example, there are information about screening for cervical. If it's not pertinent for you, you can give to a neighbor, pass within your family. There are also in this pack there information about cervical screening and bowel screening, how they are available in the city, which targets they cover. So please. Okay. So I think the point of this game, this exercise, the point is you have opportunity to criticize and you have opportunity to make your contribution. And I think that we function like this for everything in life. We have total right to criticize and we can contribute as well. And if we can contribute with our point of view, I think it's important because we can put some seeds of change. Okay? Okay, I think this tree would be really lovely if we could put lots of leaves here. Everybody has the... Thank you. Oh, look. Seems like spring, not autumn now. Everybody has them.
The same thing.
No, there's something different.
A lot of patients have come today. Everybody knows that's bad.
Yes, I can send you. Okay. You can tell me the quantity you need. I would like you to complete this for me with some words if possible. Some suggestions as well would be lovely. It's a kind of evaluation of the information that was
You know what's the best thing about this?
Please give suggestions as well. We are always open to suggestions. I think we can always review and try to make better if we have the feedback from the clients. I would like to once more say thank you for the possibility to be here. And you always receive me with open arms, what is really great. And
can I ask a question? Which country they have the highest breast cancer? Which country? Do you know that?
no.
See,
We are more focused in...
No, but it's some country they have less breast cancer than another one. So you don't know because they don't tell you, I suppose you want to know.
Do you have this information?
Yeah.
If you want to share?
Western country, they're creating, if you live in another country, you got less breast cancer. Western country, not the highest.
Well, but I think that this has to be to the style of life that we have. So we have more, obviously we have more problems that someone that lives, for example, in a place with no access to the amount of sugar that we have, for example. So this is something that we don't need to go to deep research to know. But on the other hand, we are bombarding from marketing message to eat. Why people get overeat? It's really easy to overeat. It's really easy. We do not know exactly what is a portion size. It's not very clear. So it's good when we put the food in the dish, just checking with ourselves, do I really need this amount? Or I can put a little bit less and see how I feel doing that. Okay? Well, I think if you can complete the feedback for me, I thank you very much for your time. And I'm sorry if I bother with information that you already had. Thank you very, very much. Thank you.
Come.